Alright, welcome back to Sonic Unleashed. And like usual, got Sif and Blue here.
Hello.
Got them one piece of the Earth back, is what we did last time. And as I was pointing out in between parts, here's dead people right here. Dead people right here.
Yes, since the planet split up, there's
Yeah,
no way they
this
could have
entire part
survived that.
right here is gone.
Yeah,
I don't think they've ever discussed any dead people in this game, have they?
Nah, they wanted to keep it lighthearted.
no casualties.
Holoska.
Holoska.
Alaska and the Antarctica at the same time.
Getting an ice cap vibe here from Sonic Adventure.
I know it's a Sonic for Knuckles.
I tried
That is right.
punching that, but this isn't Sonic Frontiers.
Mumble Bumble. Why you gotta be so? Oh, he's holding a child puppet.
Yeah. Chao is now like a fanfare for the Sonic series. Like all these other games after Sonic Adventure series, they decided to throw in the Chaos here and there in every other game.
Yeah, I think they want to bring it back with Sonic X Shadow Generations. Because you can see it Chao in like some of the promo art.
Well, they don't even have to bring the Chao back. They just need to bring back something that was a feature that people like the Chao Garden. They could make like a Wisp Garden if they wanted to take care of the alien Wisp.
Yeah, or the Cocos.
Yeah.
Coco
It's not
Garden.
really, it's not really the fact that they like the Chaos themselves. They just like the concept, like people would say.
I see. Well, I mean, personally for me, I think the Chaos were the best things to have come out of Sega. Like out of the Wisp, out of the Coco, I would say it was the Chao.
Yeah.
He's got
because-
shoes,
yeah.
not just gloves.
Oh, how come you have gloves on but nothing else? You some kind of weirdo. Yeah, Sonic is he's used to cold.
He technically has fur, you never render it.
It snows here year-round. We use skis and bobsleds to get around. You'll find all kinds of creatures in the sea here, even whales sometimes.
Not if you play the Wii version.
So with this hub world, is there NPC progression whereby you talk to them at one point, but then you come back at a later point and then there's something different about it when you do discuss them with the dialogue?
Yeah, because there's that whole storyline right now. Actually, it reminds me. Because there's that whole storyline with the dude and that little girl. I think I have to give her a gift still.
It probably feel and assume that a lot of people, because this is a Sonic game, they would not really notice and pay attention to any progression when it comes to NPCs about what they do.
Yeah, unless you're that kind of gamer that wants to explore everything. Oh, see, so here's the puppet guy again.
Yeah.
They call him a mysterious youth.
So the
So-
NPCs move around.
You know, I wonder what made them want to go back to the cartoony style. Because, like, the previous game was Sonic 06, and so the NPCs were more realistic looking.
They wanted to make sure that everything from Sonic 06 and other previous games were erased, so they had to go with a new team, a new gameplay, new design, new everything, new story as well. So I think that was the answer there.
I mean, not that this is bad, but I kind of did like the realism. Because even in Adventure DX, you see the people walking around. Even here, they're just standing.
Where's that girl?
Well, at least there's birds moving around, so there's some liveliness.
There's two. Missing. Oh, alright.
Professor Pickle's assistant. Oh, I see. He's the grad
Yeah,
assistant.
You kind of mentioned it last time, but they really did try pushing RPGs and still are trying to push RPGs this time. Yeah, I was thinking about even Sonic 06 has RPG elements into it.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Sega mention something about RPGs and Sonic? Or no?
Yeah, it's like he really wants to make a Sonic RPG.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, what's his name?
The head of Sonic Team is
Iisuka. Yeah, he wants to do it.
that's
For an
like,
RPG, I think that would be really good for a Sonic game to have an RPG. Well, around the times if it was in the mid 2000s, I think that was the best capitalized point for them to do it because those games are so full of energy of all the characters involved. When you had to look at the adventure games, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic Heroes, especially with all those characters. Nowadays, you're gonna have to kind of grow that character base again with those characters and whatnot.
I've been looking for you forever.
Yeah.
Hey, let me go.
Because they focus so much on the Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, but what about everything else though?
Who are you?
Uh,
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
It's just-
Completely mistook you for someone else. That is so strange.
How many times Amy's gonna do this?
Anyway, I'm really sorry. See you later.
I kind of like that for her
well,
voice
that
better
was
than the current
weird.
one.
How come that girl didn't know you were you, son?
Oh, Lisa Ortiz.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you are kind of.
I like everything
And,
just better than
these
just the
guys.
current stuff. Like 4Kids and anything below it.
Oh,
Current Tails is
I
fine.
mean, don't worry. Hey, you only look really scary, Sonic.
Yeah.
Inside, you're the same as ever. I guarantee it. Okay.
I think it's because, at least for me, like growing up watching 4Kids TV and playing these games, I did get used to this cast. Like the transition from Dreamcast voices to 4Kids voices wasn't so like different.
Yeah. Because it feels as though like the 4Kids cast was actually listening to the cartoons and the games and the Dreamcast ones, and they were like, okay, let's try and kind of similar, make it similar, or make it like we can understand these characters and where they're going from. And then when the whole 4Kids cast got fired and everything, and then Sega would just say, okay, we'll just outsource it for everyone. We'll grab this guy that was playing from Resident Evil. We'll play this guy that was in this game, this guy and stuff like that. So then none of them really had any kind of background to Sonic. It was like, okay, we've got like a really cool big deal. We're making a lot of money from this voice acting gig. Now it's it.
So, yeah, they had really no background information on Sonic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I remember Roger Craig Smith in Colors. I was like, what is going on here with Sonic's voice?
Yeah. I mean, they
Yeah.
really did it to the original Sonic voice actor for 4Kids. I forgot his name again.
Jason Griffith.
Yeah, Jason Griffith as well, yeah.
Mhm.
Because they wanted to call up the other guy, Ryan Drummond. But even if it was this Jason Griffith again, I would have been fine if that was a voice. Because imagine if, Jason Griffith was in Sonic Colors. It would have felt as though those jokes that he was doing, I think he would have played it off way better, saying those jokes, I can't remember, like the kitty line jokes, way better than
Roger Craig
Chris
Smith.
Redfield. Yeah, Roger Craig Smith. Definitely. And I think that would have impacted the game a lot more better. And people would be like, oh yeah, this comedy is actually not that bad. So that the impact of the voices really count as well. The line of the delivery.
Yeah, I could picture Jason saying something like Baldy McNose hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. or no copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me.
You
Like, I
saw the
feel-
new trailer for Shadow?
For Shadow.
Shadow Generations.
What about Shadow Generations?
Just see if you've seen the new trailer for it. It's showing off all these new abilities.
Oh yeah, I did. That was
And-
pretty.
Metal Overlord is back.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Clearly his Wisp abilities. Here, back and talk about Dude now. Where is... Oh, there one.
But back to what we were saying. Yeah, definitely the transition from Unleashed to Colors wasn't that good.
Yeah. So you can see that everyone, like, when Sun Colors came out, everyone was so in love with that game because of the fact that there was like, Sonic's back to his roots because we got rid of the Railhog, and then now it's like, okay, we got the daytime stages. But no one really talked so much about the story or the characters, the voices and whatnot. It was just like, man, we just got Sonic Perfect now. That was it.
The gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay.
Yeah.
An opinion I'd never agreed to. I still no.
Oh really? So you don't like the gameplay for Colors?
No. I
No?
think Colors
Mm.
is a step down from Unleashed.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, the boosting, it works in Unleashed. Because my issue with the color also is still in Unleashed, but the thing is, it's all in the second and third acts in Unleashed. Which are generally optional if you can collect these medals well. But it's like the 2D sections I did not like. And the Wisp powers. And it's like, I think the boosting gameplay works best when it's designed around it. And when they constantly interrupt it with the 2D platforming, it gets annoying.
So then I guess it would be fair to say that once Sonic Generations came out, it went back to formula with how Unleashed did it.
Kind of. I still don't like Unleashed Generations here. I should replay it. The question is, do we just wait for the remaster?
Oh, if we were to do this, I would just
Yeah.
wait for the remaster.
I don't think I can do anything with Day Sonic right now. I need abilities.
I would say my only complaint with Colors, well, besides Roger not perfecting Sonic's voice at the time, would be how you sidestep. You had to use the analog stick, not R1 or R2, like that. Yep.
Yeah.
So again, I mentioned it before, definitely replay 06.
06 was good, yeah. I would have a lot to say there.
Just compare everything together. I'm still waiting for Colors to drop down. I'll buy a lot before I play that again.
Oh, you looking to do Ultimate?
Yeah,
Okay.
should see if that's on sale. But I'll do that in between parts.
Actually, I can look how much it is right now on Steam. So, let's go to Steam. Sonic Colors.
Yeah.
Right now, Sonic Colors Ultimate on Steam is at $40.
Still full price pretty much.
Yeah.
Nah, I really did not like Colors. I mean, I played it to get Supersonic and everything, but God, I haven't touched it since.
I actually got Blue to do a Let's Play on Colors.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. That was,
And then Generations,
Awesome.
the more I played it, the more I hated it, so I quit playing it.
Generations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, Sonic Colors does one thing majorly better than Sonic Colors. And I've said this before, last part, it's just the whole Sun and Moon Metal Collective. Those stuff, when it comes to having things to be pushed out longer than it needs to be. I think that is kind of like a weakness when it comes to Sonic games later down the line with Sonic titles. I prefer whereby it's just classic A to B run from there to there. But if there is a lot of hindrance around to it, because everyone says, you know, Sun and Moon Metal is really story-based around to it, but they can easily just said, okay, you can hit the Sun and Moon Metal while going to the goal as well. And I'm just glad that Sonic Colors is just, okay, you complete the stage, now we move on, and then fight the boss, move on, good. And then
Yes.
it was a cricket game. And then, you know, Sonic Generations also did that as well. But now it just kind of depends on, do you actually like the game itself or not, with Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, and everything else. Because I think after, you know, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, Lost World also did the same thing. And I think they just got back into that formula, whereby, okay, we complete these stages, we complete these bosses, we can complete the game faster, or it's just easy, right?
Yeah, it's not required to collect the bed rings.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
at the sacrifice of their other characters. At least for now. They're slowly reintroducing characters again.
Yeah, so the whole thing about characters. So yeah, I know that Frontiers just brought back like the core characters: Tails, Knuckles, Amy. So this game Unleashed, when it came out, Sega was with the mindset of just focusing on Sonic, right?
Yeah.
I guess because with what happened in 06, they were like, nah, too many characters. But I thought that 06 naturally balanced the characters.
Well,
They're all
that's
pretty
what
fun
they
to
always do. They always trying to complain that the games are bad because of the characters involved, which has never really been true at all.
Yeah.
That's always been this main argument somehow. It's like Sonic and Friends, because the reviews are always saying the friends are the biggest problem, because they would always say, okay, the friends are the problem is because we get Big the Cat fishing, we get Knuckles and Rouge treasure hunting, we get all these different gameplay styles. That's what they complain about so much. Go to Sonic 06, they didn't really have those alternate gameplay. I mean, even with the treasure hunting stuff with Rouge and Knuckles in that game, what should I say, Rouge? It was straightforward of where you had to go, and it wasn't like kind of apparent like the whole RNG element around to it. So they would always kind of complain with that. That's what they should have said. So they should have really complained about they don't like these alternate gameplay styles. It's not really the characters' fault that's happening. It's just the fact that Sega's putting these characters in these alternate gameplay routes.
So essentially what most of these reviewers wanted was just, okay, if we're gonna do more characters, they should play like Sonic.
Pretty much, yeah. Because no one really complained about Sonic Advance games. No one really complained about Sonic Rush games. Or the 2D ones, they had those characters in there, but they played just like Sonic, but with just one extra ability that was different from them. And Sonic 06 did kind of have that as well, a bit. But at the same time, everything else is just above it. Be like, oh yeah, this game is buggy, this game's glitchy, we can't really see that. And it's just like, remove the characters. Bring out Sonic Unleashed with just Sonic only. And everything else.
Okay. Yeah. So this is why this came to be. Well, I tell you, I mean, like for example, if they wanted to make more content with Unleashed, I would say like the way the Werehog plays with his arm stretching reminds me of Chaos Zero. So Chaos Zero, for example, could be a skin.
Right. Well, I mean, they've done this whole kind of Werehog gameplay in Sonic Frontiers as well, right? With the way how the combat is.
But faster, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I want to ask you guys the question. Do you think the combat in Frontiers was good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I haven't really played it for too much myself. what should I answer that question? To be honest. I mean, I've just watched you guys play it. But from what I can see, though, is that it's very simplistic enough that everyone can get to it. Like, everyone's gonna be good at the combat.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, it fits very well with Sonic.
Right.
Like here, for example, I know they were trying to do something different with the Werehog, but this was the only time we saw combat in Sonic. And then after that, they decided to not bring it back.
Yeah.
So to me, this was like more of a experiment.
Yeah, it's really hard for Sonic games to do anything other than speed, because you know it's known for its speed gameplay. Whenever that is shining, that's whereby Sonic is also shining. But then with Sonic Frontiers, they've tried to do multiple different things, and now people are giving it the thumbs up. I think it's really just because that people just finished Nier Automata, and then after they picked up a copy of Sonic Frontiers and be like, okay, I actually like this game because it reminds me of Nier.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
The fire gun.
Although I haven't even finished Nier myself.
Yeah. So from doing that, I feel as though now Sonic has an opportunity to play and be like, I don't know, the next Zelda game, the open world stuff, and I think people would dig it. Because before, if this was done in the 2000s, I think people would be kind of crying and be like, why is this my Sonic being an RPG game? But nowadays it's like, okay, it's okay now. We got combat now, we got level ups, we got characters now, we could just do anything, like we could just have Sonic Monopoly. I think everyone would be happy with it.
That is so true, yeah. I think Sonic fans back in the day wouldn't be accepting this sort of change, but today they'd be more open to it.
Yeah, it's a different Contra fan base nowadays, I would say. Different reviewers as well. It's mainly to do with like the movie itself. I think the movie was the biggest thing that has really grown our Sonic really. Like everyone loves the movie. So
Definitely.
it doesn't really matter how the games play out themselves, as long as the movies are good, then everything else is gonna be good.
Yeah. I agree with that. The movies definitely did play a huge factor into the games right now, today.
Right, yeah.
Even Sega themselves acknowledged the fact that with Sonic 3, the movie coming out featuring Shadow, they decided to call this year the Year of Shadow and promote, Shadow content.
Yeah. And if we took this whole thing, if we called the Year of Shadow back in 2007, a lot of people would be angry. They'll be like, oh, why do we have to support this guy? This guy's a very sweet character. He has way more depth than Sonic and such a long story. I hate this. I wish it was back to just Sonic and Tails. I'm being serious. People used to talk about it like that.
They used to say that?
Yeah. People used to hate Shadow so much. Despite him being the second most popular character, people just got very angry about how much extra like Shadow has compared to everyone else. Because honestly, I would say that the way how Shadow was born to a character compared to other characters beforehand, yes, he did get a lot more added detail, a lot of attention to him, way more than the original characters. Because when you think of Tails, oh yeah, he's just a powerful Sonic, and oh yeah, he made his own tornado and stuff, and that's about it. They can go from Shadow, he has his backstory, he has all these chaos abilities, and you can just pretty much write a novel with Shadow. And that's what happened to Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 06. Fascinating stories, but people didn't like it because it wasn't about Sonic, it wasn't about like Tails and Knuckles, and that's what happened. But yeah, it's definitely a different time now that people love Shadow now. Because I was just looking at because you guys were talking about the new content for Sonic X Shadow Generation, and I saw a recommendation for the cutscene between Shadow and Maria, like new voice Shadow and Maria backlog, and I see the comments, and everyone's like, "Man, this is so amazing! This is perfect!" Like everyone's getting very excited.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
I've never seen this much emotion from Shadow. And then like there's this one comparison that was like, yeah, Shadow used to be such like an edgelord back in the day, but now I love him now. He's got so much emotion, I can really connect to him.
Really?
I'm like,
I
what
think
is
he's
this?
more of an edgelord today.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you see that, like everyone before hated Shadow because of this narrative, but now it's all good because Sega says, yeah, Shadow, movie's good, everyone else is digging it.
Wow.
Shadow wasn't even that edgelord. Where did that complaint come from? I guess just, other than Shadow the Hedgehog is probably where it originated from.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
game definitely, yeah, because him holding the gun, yeah.
But honestly, you know, thinking about it, I like Shadow the Hedgehog in that game Shadow more than Shadow nowadays. Cause I've recently played it. I was like, man, this is the vibe I like from Shadow back then.
Oh, yeah, of course. Even in 06, I liked him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he is definitely, I would say he's at his best in a sense.
Yeah, I remember Blue and I talking about how that's pretty much the peak Shadow, him in 06.
Yeah.
Because this is like post Maria, like he's moved on from that, and you know he's carrying on a new life as a GUN agent.
Yeah.
I think Mephiles is going to be in Shadow Generations.
Repeat that one more time.
You think Mephiles is going to be in Shadow Generations?
Mephiles. You know what? It's not out of the question if they're bringing back even Metal Sonic, Metal Overlord.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Mephiles coming back.
I thought Shadow had a better connection with him than Metal Sonic.
Actually, yeah, I agree with that. As to why was Metal Overlord was chosen as a boss for Shadow in Shadow Generations.
I mean, he did technically fight him, so it counts.
Yeah, he did fight him, but I like the point that you made that Mephiles definitely has more of a connection with Shadow than Metal Sonic.
Oh, they'll just throw up, it's not canon!
It's not canon.
But in real question though, what is the connection that Metal Sonic has with anyone? Is this a robot?
He only has a connection with Sonic.
Like Eggman made Metal Sonic just to take him down, but does Metal Sonic have any one-to-one communication with Sonic? Like you look at anything when it comes to Sonic CD cutscenes, they're just staring down at each other. Really, that's about it.
You know what? That is true. Like their history isn't really like, or not history, rather their rivalry, or however you want to put it, their relationship together. There isn't much interaction between them other than what we see in Sonic Heroes. I mean, some might say Sonic Free Riders has some interaction there, but yeah, there's really
Is he the
not
bad guy
much.
now?
Yeah, he is, yeah. Metal Sonic is the bad guy in Free Riders.
I would love to play that again.
There is a mod whereby you don't need to use the Kinect anymore.
Might have to do that, because I have no idea where my Kinect went.
Oh, yeah. The mod is pretty good, I'll say.
But yeah, it's just that even when you do say the connection with Metal Sonic was in Sonic Heroes, Metal Sonic was pretty much connected to everyone in Sonic Heroes, right? Like with those 4 characters in particular, in a sense. But there wasn't really like a scene where he was talking to them directly. It was just like, okay, they are copied, then this guy went into Metal Madness, which I still don't understand how come he didn't even work with Eggman really. I really think it was just like, okay, Eggman is being Eggman again, trying to take over the world, but then Metal Sonic's doing his own thing. Whereby usually the whole Monster of the Week situation is that both Eggman and this Monster of the Week are supposed to be working together, and then the Monster of the Week betrays them. But I don't see any betrayal in Metal Sonic between Eggman unless I didn't know and follow the story too closely there.
No, you're right. There wasn't really much explanation as to why Metal wanted to work on his own rather than work with Eggman.
Right.
Because it's not like anything happened bad between them. Eggman created Metal Sonic, and that was it.
Yeah. Because I know with Sonic Heroes that they wanted to be like, okay, we wanted to make it more of the classic, we want to make it more lighthearted, we don't really want to put in actual effort into the story like with the adventure games. It's getting a bit too serious. I can't even remember what the complaints were back then, but it was just like, okay, let's make this how it is here and run with it.
Oh wow, so there were fans that said the adventure games were too serious.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow. Damn.
It's kind of like entwined with Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 6. Sonic Heroes is the only one out of that bunch whereby it was more lighthearted and more classic as well. People was complaining about humans in the game as well, like why would you need humans in these games?
Oh my
Whatnot.
god.
There was a lot of complaints in the series, but nowadays you'll never hear these complaints anymore about anything. It's just, yes, we got the movies. Doesn't matter what you throw at us. I guarantee if they made Sonic Boom after Sonic Frontiers again, I think people would just love it.
Yeah, honestly, I love the fan base now more than ever because it seems like they're more open to things versus back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just don't really see those large forum communities whereby people are just complaining nowadays. I mean, I think the only one I've heard about complaining was just the fact that the whole Sonic and Friends thing that they was doing on the YouTube channel, people was complaining about how cute Sonic looks, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really hear anything about this, the franchise and what people hate and whatnot. It's just like the people that have hated the franchise for so long probably moved on. And it's just a lot of new people that really love the franchise as it is now.
Yeah, which is what I admire about Sega at this point, and the fans themselves, the new ones. It's like they prove that that Sonic can live on, to this day.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
The old fans that just wanted Sonic and Tails for gameplay, like, well, if that's all you like, you can just stick to the games that came out, from the past, and that's it,
Yeah.
It's like with any franchise, I suppose. I could say the same about Star Wars also.
Yeah, Star Wars has its Disney problem. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
yep. Because some of the content that Star Wars, that Disney has put with Star Wars, not all of it is good. But some of it's good. I like this movie called Rogue One. That's all by Disney, and to me, that was peak Star Wars right there.
Right.
But that's for another topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad that Sonic fans today, they seem more in unison, really.
It is, yeah. It's just different people, new people coming in into the franchise. They are revisiting old Sonic games as well, these new people. They're liking what they're doing as well. So we're getting some new adventure fans, we're getting some new classic fans, new Mania fans as well. So all around.
And to me, that's how a community should be. Like, you're open to trying out even the old stuff, and any new material that comes out.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if a game is not finished and it comes out buggy, then yeah, I would say Sega finished the game. But I think Sega at this point, they don't want to release another Sonic 06.
They still get the work pushed in in terms of deadline. Some stuff has to get cancelled in, but I think they've started to make sure that they work closely with those teams. So even if they do cancel certain things, because apparently there was supposed to be some extra content in Sonic Frontiers, it still turns out to be good.
Okay, so
Because we can see though, with Sonic Frontiers, the first 2 worlds you run around in, those massive open worlds are good, and then the last ones, 4th and 5th one, they're so small and less in terms of content compared to the first level, like islands, I should say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some stuff that's just missing out, but at the same time, it doesn't really affect the quality because most people probably play the first 10 hours of those couple islands and they think it's an amazing game, but they probably don't complete it. Because I still think that the completion rate of people completing games are probably about 30 to 40%.
30 to 40%. Okay, yeah. Like they all go in to complete the whole thing. Yeah.
Whoa, is there some kind of party going on? No, something's not right here.
Yeah, so the Dark Gaia spirits are making them drunk. I like how they were trolling with Amy. Like,
Wow, it's a carnival of creeps out
there was no need for that to happen, but like, oh, let's just grab Amy and start spinning her.
So what's even the purpose of them being controlled by these guys? What's the intention of these guys here by doing that?
You know, they never explained that.
Dark Gaia's people's negative emotions.
Negative emotions just to dance around like that?
With Amy?
Yeah, with Amy. Yeah.
Maybe secretly down there, one of the guys wanted to dance with Amy, so it brought out the dark thoughts. They're like, oh, let me dance with
I would
Amy.
imagine like negative energy would be like smashing down the city, doing like illegal stuff that humans don't want to do.
But no, it's just partying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
like partying's bad.
Yeah, partying is bad.
Hey,
Whoa,
Wow.
he did some Spider-Man stuff there.
you see stuff like that in the cutscene. You kind of think to yourself, why can't I just do that in the actual game?
Yeah, he was fast there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonic,
If Winter was fast as like that, like Sonic in that sense, I think people would love it even more.
tell me.
Yeah, that is true.
Please, tell me everything you know.
I'll happily explain everything over a plate of cucumber sandwiches.
Him and
His cucumber.
sandwich.
Yeah, he just loves that.
So I can say one comparison between Sonic 06 and Unleashed with that cutscene. Now Sonic 06 would actually have actual Sonic characters being in that spot there. Right, let's just say Silver and Sonic having conversation, Shadow and Silver, or Amy and Silver. The only one that's like the odd exception out of Sonic the Hedgehog characters that actually had lots of conversation there would be Elise, because it's a new character. Now Sonic Unleashed, they just dropped all the Sonic characters, and so instead of having like Sonic and Amy talking or Sonic and Tails like, you know, working together, they're like, okay, it's Amy and Pickle, that guy, the professor.
Professor Pickle, yeah.
Yeah. Sonic and Chip instead.
Mm-hmm.
So you see all these new characters that just get removed for the next Sonic game anyway. But why couldn't we just transfer and get like Team Chaos in this story? They could have probably been invited to this game somehow from the story, or we could have gotten, let's just say, Knuckles as well with a bigger part, because he is in this game, but he just has like a small part playing.
Knuckles is in this game?
I think he is in this game, right?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Oh, and that's even worse than I thought
That's
he
it.
was actually.
Yeah, no, he's not in this game, no.
So you bring in Tails, you bring in Chip, you bring in Professor, but no Knuckles? I guess they never had the memo of hearing about Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I guess not, no.
And you would think that Consonance floating in the sky would match up with Angel Island.
Yeah. So they could actually had that idea put in there, the way how it was with Angel Island, yes. But instead, no, not really at all. No
You
one
know-
talked to the Master Emerald as well.
You know, okay, now that I think about it, I could see why Sega just wanted to focus on Sonic only. And maybe the reason why Knuckles isn't here is because the story's not about Knuckles, it's about Sonic and Eggman. So I could see that. But
It's
again,
really much every Sonic game, though.
yeah.
Yeah. Like every Sonic game's main thing is Sonic versus Eggman, but then every other Sonic characters out there, like Tails, Knuckles, that are supporting characters that relate to both those characters. So yeah, Knuckles could have easily been in this game, but they really wanted to focus Sonic because of the bad stuff they had from Sonic 06 because of the characters. They was like, we need to remove these and we need to just focus on Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it can go either way, but it would be kind of bad move to forget about those characters. So I think the next game after this one should have had brought back Knuckles, you know. Like, okay, like, we'll focus on Sonic here, and then after that, let's bring back the other characters. Because, you know, after all, they were part of the whole Team Sonic.
There was, yes, but it wasn't considered like Sonic and Friends at that point. I think the only time when they first started the whole Sonic and Friends tradition, whereby they can just bring out any character they want to, was in Sonic Generation. When Sonic had that birthday party and everyone was friends with Sonic, and then after games they could just do that the same thing as well. But beforehand they had to have like a purpose of having those characters to be there as well. It's like with Knuckles, there's always had to be some sort of connection to Master Mode. And with Sonic Heroes, I guess there wasn't any connection to Master Mode, but at the same time though, is that he happened just to be chilling out with Sonic and Tails at that point.
So
yeah,
he tagged along.
He tagged along, but yeah, Sonic Heroes kind of, I don't know, there was just not really any strong connections of certain reasons, like Knuckles hanging out with Sonic and Tails. At least with Shadow the Hedgehog, there was a better purpose for Knuckles to be there.
Oh yeah, because it was like a world threat with the aliens coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, even with Forces, like, it was basically a world threat where Eggman pretty much conquered the world at that point.
Right.
So it made sense that every character, even Shadow, was involved. So I guess it depends on the type of threat it is.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So even though, okay, now that I think about it, this itself was a world threat. The planet was split in pieces, so you would think actually, you know, that Knuckles would help out here.
Yeah.
Now that I really put all the pieces together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They could have had everyone involved here with this world threat.
Well, I guess Knuckles was just chilling when this was all happening. Oh,
But this
Eggman.
world threat, though, I have to say, though, this world threat in Sonic Unleashed, even if it is a world threat, it feels very minor because we're just running around to the whole world and just closing stuff down. And does it really feel as though we're doing this really quickly? Like, is there like a certain timeline to all of this? Like, if we don't actually close it down, something bad will happen.
Oh, I see.
Like, do you feel any danger to it? Like, if Sonic does not close everything here, is something really bad gonna happen?
No, there's no danger, and it's clearly seen with the villagers. Like,
Yeah.
they're not even worried.
yeah, exactly. Yes. That's how I feel about this game. Like, everyone thinks like, okay, world threat. The cutscene in the beginning is so amazing, but then it just throws itself away when you're just talking to these guys. They're smiling. This guy's going to work. Look, he's the boss.
The bus is still going on trips.
Yes, he's going to Spagonia. Wait, how did he even get to Spagonia? I thought it's not even closed down.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, yeah.
No plane to travel, and all of a sudden he's now here in Apotos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, the planet splitting did not call for attention to the world. It was like, oh, don't worry, Sonic's got it. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
this.
For sure, they could have had gun agents hanging around trying to keep everyone calm or something.
Oh yeah, that is true.
They could have, but I think Gun was just removed from Sonic series, hasn't it? Ever since Sonic 06.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
They came back in
They're in the movie.
the movie. Well, they did kind of come back in Generations.
So you say like in Generations, whereby you have the gun robots and Beals and the Sonic Adventure stages.
Yeah, that's the only way they really came back. But
Yeah.
yeah. Trying to think here. Yeah, there was no GUN in Forces. They were mentioned in Frontiers.
Oh, what did they say
Yeah.
in Frontiers about them?
I don't remember exactly what they said about GUN, but I know for certain they were mentioned.
Oh, they've made some honorable.
Honorable, yeah.
Yeah, they've made such a task in previous games. You must salute them or something.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
should
yeah.
get the stomp now, right? Oops, I don't want to talk to you. Get away from me.
Oh, we'll stop here? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not stopping here. I just need to get the stomp.
Oh,
think this is
stomp.
where I get it.
Okay.
Do I have to be at night? No, it's right there.
Oh,
Very
there you
Legend
go.
of Zelda looking.
Well, this is one thing I like. Yeah, yeah.
So one thing I say, you just got the stomping shoes, yeah. If this was Sonic Adventure, this would be like some huge deal. Like, wow, I just got this new ability, and it actually shows me on the person. We got this new bracelet, light speed attack. You just collected the stomp. Oh wow. Okay, my shoes are still the same. Now I can just press B and stomp. But yeah, no changes at all.
To the
What's
shoes?
up with that? yeah, no change in shoes. Like we just collected it. Like on the screen, there were spikes beneath the shoes. There, it was different colors as well. It looked
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
same shoes you see from Mario and Mario Strikers Charge. Yeah, but no, there's no changes at all. It's just some information. Wow, you got the stump. Now you can do this in the levels. That's it.
Yeah, we should have seen some spikes in those shoes, but no.
Yeah, yeah. And there's even the stomp even mandatory to use in any of the levels. Like you have to use the stomp in specific things, or you just do it optional.
No, there's some places where you need to do it. This stage actually being one of them, you do need to use it
Okay.
to open the door.
Oh yeah. I know.
The origin of the inside joke with 2K and myself about there's no whale.
There's no whale.
Because in the Wii version, there is no whale. Might be in the background, but you don't interact with it.
I haven't played the Wii version.
Yeah, I heard good things about the Wii PS2 version, but that people
That's
would
good.
be like, okay, but if you really want to compare both the games, which one would you really compare to play? It'd be like 360 PS3 version.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Really fell into 60 frames a second. Holy shit.
yeah.
The Xbox got it, but not PlayStation.
Yeah, see right here is reading the stomp.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
Whoa, no, missed that one. See right there.
There's
There's
the big fella. And then he uses his tail to lift you up. Yep.
It's still an amazing thing to see though.
Jump.
I actually like this whole
There you go.
snow sledding thing here. Whereby it's no longer about boosting, it's just like, hey, we're riding around and we had a bit of movement, the 3D in the beginning, now it's the whole 2D stuff here. And yeah.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Oh, you want to make the jump?
Well, I want those ring or those medals too.
Oh, okay.
I missed a lot.
But yeah, the bobsled. Or not bob. Is it? No, more like a sleigh. Sorry.
I don't know what it would be, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Oh,
just
keep
call it
going,
the
keep
sleigh.
going.
Definitely, it's a cool gimmick, I would say, in this stage.
Yeah.
It is not
yeah.
even Eggman.
Oh, in Eggman Land, I would die so many times there. It took
I had
me 1
someone-
hour.
Oh, 1 hour? for
Yep.
it?
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with someone about it recently about Eggman Land. They said that the best way to do Eggman Land is if Sega themselves split it into 5 different acts. Instead of just doing it all together in one.
Yeah, they could have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to what they did originally, though.
I think it would have been a good idea. That's what I would have said, because you do one act, it could read in 10 minutes, you take yourself a break, then you come back and do another one, take a break again, and still like that, rather than just like do it for like a whole hour the first playthrough run. Because honestly, when everyone's first playthrough run of Eggman Land, was people expected not to let go of the boost for that long, because there's no way anyone was holding that boost button in any of that Sonic portion stage the first time without hitting into a single thing.
Yeah, I definitely was not boosting as often
Yeah.
in Eggman Land.
In the stages, when it comes to boosting, there's only a couple stages where you can't boost all the way. Empire City, you got Adabat as well, you can't always boost. And I think that is it I can remember. Oh yeah, and also Shunan. Shunan might be tricky for new timings in terms of boosting, but other than that, everything in these early stages, like you see with Osaka here, you can just boost all the way through. It doesn't really punish you for boosting.
Good. Well, this section where he's at right now, if you're not careful, you could boost in the wrong direction, depending on where you're tilting your analog stick.
Okay. Well, for me, yeah, I never really had a problem with just boosting all the way here.
No, it was more of a skill issue on my end.
So it felt like the camera would always alter itself.
Autofocus?
Always, yeah.
Yeah,
You're always like
yeah.
pushing yourself in that direction. So if you massively tilt, I can understand that, but other than that, the game is really just pushing that direction.
I don't think I do.
Probably massively tilted then.
So the only thing we see here from this level is just the whole Sun and Moon Medal thing. We had to restart, right? Whereby we had to jump up from that pathway. But other than that, if we were playing this normally, we could just go straight blazing from start to finish.
Yes, yeah. Stomp. Okay, so you need to stomp to get across.
Yeah, so that one, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, more slaying.
But the thing about Stomp though, I wish there was whereby these abilities that you collect is something that is used to get yourself into the stage. It's like with Sonic Adventure, you get your light speed attack, you defeat the monkey in the cage, and then you can actually go into Red Mallard, for instance. That's what you needed to do. But this one is just like, okay, we're gonna just give you a new feature, now you're gonna mandatory use it in the stage itself.
Yeah, and it's not so bad, I suppose. But Adventure definitely, like, I guess had a more creativity to it.
Yeah.
Not bad, gotta be.
Yeah, because I feel as though that it's best if they just have all these abilities from the start, if it's not really going to be used for the hub board or anything like that. You know, with Sonic Generations, they had all the abilities, like the stomp, drift, everything around it. Just give it to Sonic and Sonic Unleashed as well. Let's do that.
He should have started with these abilities from the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least in Generations, he already has all this. So that is true.
Because these new abilities are not going to tell Sonic to slow down, collect the Sun and Moon medals.
No, definitely not.
Because that's like one half of what we need to do. Is just one half is Sun and Moon medals, and then the other half to complete the stage.
Yeah. Oh, right now he's at a good number. He's got 46 Sun medals and 49 Moon medals.
I can't remember where is the spike of when it happens whereby you can reach through the stages and then you get stuck to be collecting the Sun and Moon medals. So say like you're just doing a blind run, but you're not really focused on the Sun and Moon medals at all. Where's the actual stage it stops at? Is it perhaps over here, or is it more later? I think I was okay with Missouri for not collecting the Sun and Moon medals. Have we been to Missouri yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been there. Yeah, I just don't know
Maybe-
where's the actual spike whereby we
I-
have to focus on Sun and Moon medals if he wasn't looking into it.
I would want to say around Adabat, maybe you don't have to get them anymore.
We're going to China.
Oh, China now. Okay, so China.
Probably the best, my favorite Hub World theme too.
I got a little Eggman there.
Oh, he wants souvenirs. That's where I buy those for. Before I end this part, I should go back to Apostos and talk to that one dude because I delivered his gift to the girl again.
A little side mission. Okay. Whoa.
Are any of the side quests missable?
Oh no! I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can skip side quests because I definitely didn't go through side quests in this game when I played it first time.
Well, what I mean by missables and side quests is that you would have to complete the side quest at a certain point. So let's just say you complete Apatos, of both the day and night stages, plus the bus. Is that side quest gonna be disappearing afterwards?
Oh,
Can you actually do that side quest with that certain character anytime you want throughout the game, even if the game is completed?
I would think it's at any time you want to, even with the game completed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to pull out a guide and then go to specific people and be like, okay, I want you to do this quest right now, or so I'm gonna go away.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I went back to my PS3, I can do those side quests now if I want them to.
Yeah.
Alright, stopping here.
All right.